Who would have thought? An abandoned stone house in the wild. Under the careful transformation of men, it has become a suitable home for long-term living. The interior is not only spacious, the external structure was also fully reinforced. Windproof and rainproof. The sense of security is directly filled. This is deep in the forests of Polysia. The weather in October has quietly turned cooler. Marty marches alone into the woods, finally stopped in front of an abandoned stone house. After years of destruction, this stone house has long been in ruins. The roof disappears. The walls become loose with the years initializing. It could collapse at any time. He drops his backpack. Clean up the rubble piled up in the house first. Remove the dead branches and rotten leaves attached to the wall, and long-term wet growth of large mosses. Due to potholes in the ground inside the house, the standing water after the rain makes the moisture extra thick. Marty brings in dry sand, spread evenly on the roof. While laying step and compact repeatedly with your feet, flatten the potholed ground little by little. Then he went into the surrounding jungle. Start searching for fallen dead trees. Saw down logs of the required size. After moving back to the shelter, first chop off any excess branches and bark on the surface. Avoid worms that cause decay. Then he was on the foundation of the food, placed a few bricks as a footpad. Erect the treated logs firmly, and it creates the framework for the floor. Finish these. Matty built a makeshift campfire in front of the stone house. Nearby again, collected some dry bark and twigs. Ignite and raise a warm bonfire. While the fire is booming, he goes back and forth many times, collected more dry firewood, neatly stacked in front of the door for backup. Then he boiled a pot of hot water, make a cup of strong tea, sitting by the campfire for a short break. After the break, he went back to work collecting more logs to level the surface. The logs are then erected tightly on the frame, splicing into a solid flat floor. He also deliberately collected some pine needles around the periphery, spread in the cracks of the floor. The fragrance of pine needles can purify the air in the house. At the same time, its fluffy texture can effectively block the upsurge of moisture on the ground, make the living environment drier and more comfortable. After the floor is laid, Marty's stomach was growling. At this moment the bonfire just turned into a red charcoal fire, perfect for cooking lunch. He immediately set about preparing. Waiting for the food to cook, he's not idle either. Secure the log to the bottom frame, make sure the floor doesn't get loose and move. Not long after, tear the tinfoil that wraps food. A strong fragrance came to the nose. Potatoes sandwiched with fat and thin pork belly. Take a bite. The fragrance of meat and potato blend in the mouth. The aroma overflows. After eating and drinking, so Matty started putting up the roof. He brought in more slender straight logs, erected on the original top structure of the food. A groove is cut at one end of each log. Splicing logs to each other through grooves, form a solid roof frame. And then building on that framework, fix a few extra logs around. Reserve structural frames for entry and exit doors and window frames. Then connect the gap between the window frame and the roof. Block it to prevent cold air from seeping in. He also put a layer of moss on the junction. Enhanced ceiling. Everything is ready. Matty started putting logs on the roof. Halfway through, Marty suddenly stopped. He realized that, if the roof is completely blocked now, the light in the room can become very dim, so he temporarily changed his plan. Decided to build the interior walls first. He fixed a circle of logs around the house first. It creates the framework of the walls. Then repair and level the ground at the entrance door. Splicing out the door frame, and it's fixed to the frame. Then he brought in more stakes of the same length, arranged them tightly one by one, fixed to the frame of the surrounding walls. This not only increases the insulation effect of the house, the walls can be further reinforced, prevent the wall from being weathered for a long time, or collapse due to external force. After the wall blockage is completed, Marty dragged himself to the floor exhausted. Close your eyes and simply rest for a moment. After a while, he got up again. Bring in sticks of the same length. Focus on blocking both sides of the entrance door, the gap between the wall and the roof frame. Ensure the tightness of the house. After dealing with these two places, he took advantage of the remaining gap in the wall on the back, one by one. These gaps are the key to the infiltration of cold air. It must be tightly sealed. The surrounding walls are completely blocked. Marty instead continued to perfect the rest of the roof. Erect the rest of the logs one by one. And fasten it with iron nails. Build a solid keel frame. Then he walked out of the shelter. Retrieve the backpack. Back inside. Remove the moisture-proof cloth and sleeping mat. Spread on the floor. Lie down and take a short break. After waking up, he took out the food he had brought from his backpack. A bowl of warm coffee. Pair it with a fragrant chive box, right for afternoon tea today. Replenish physical strength. He goes outside. Starts sealing the roof. Due to the insufficient supplies carried on this trip, you can only put moisture-proof cloth on the roof first. This layer does not effectively prevent external moisture from seeping into the house. Then, he cut the bark from the log, collect together, sprinkle evenly on the moisture-proof cloth. After laying another layer of rain cloth later, the middle layer of dry bark, it forms a natural insulation. Increase the thermal insulation in the house. The outline of these shelters is basically formed. The rest is to improve the internal supporting facilities step by step. Make this place more livable. When Marty comes back here again, the scene in front of him is exactly the same as the last time he left. The bark on the roof has been exposed to the sun for a long time, has become very dry. He didn't delay. Take out the rainproof film you brought this time immediately. Spread it flat on the roof after unfolding. Then pick up a nail gun and fix it one by one along the edge. In order to prevent the strong wind from flying the rainproof film, he also shoveled some sand from nearby. Sprinkle evenly on the rainproof film. Compact the sand with its weight. Just finished these. It began to rain lightly. Fortunately, the waterproofing of the wooden house has been completed. Matty also has a place to shelter from the rain. Wait for the rain to be slightly lighter. He collected some fresh moss from around, spread evenly on the sand of the roof. The root system of these mosses will slowly take root and sprout in the sand. Not only can it further increase the thermal insulation effect of the roof, block outside cold air intrusion, it also gives the appearance of the wooden house. Perfect integration with the surrounding forest environment, greatly increases concealment. After the roof is completed, Matty goes back inside. I poured myself a cup of hot tea, standing by the window and resting for a while. And he goes outside, repair the surface of the remaining logs from before. After moving back into the house, he set off again into the woods. Keep collecting more straight logs, used to build beds for daily rest. Fix the support legs on both walls first. Then set up the processed logs one by one, spliced into a sturdy bedboard. This single bed over 2 meters, pretty spacious for Marty alone. Then he was in the bathroom window position, fixed 2 logs as borders. In the gap between the window and the wall, a neat row of wooden sections was erected, spliced together into a sturdy windowsill. Not only can it fill the gap, you can also place some daily necessities at ordinary times, greatly increases practicality. Looking at the empty interior and the lack of furniture, and he's going to build another table. First, fix a log on the wall below the windowsill. Based on this, the general frame of the dining table is spliced together, and then put up wooden sections of the same length. A functional dining table is ready. Then he took his lunch from his backpack, sitting by the bed, admiring the forest view through the window, while enjoying delicious food. After eating and drinking, Matty felt a rush of fatigue. I lay in bed and slept. When he woke up, he took plastic wrap out of his backpack, carefully plugged to the window frame. It can effectively resist the intrusion of cold air outside the house, and it's transparent. You can get more light inside. And finally, he collected some more moss. Seal the gap around the window frame tightly. Completely eliminate the infiltration of cold wind. Take the insulation effect in the house to the next level. Finish these. Matty started to splice together the door panels of the log cabin. He first selects a few logs of even thickness. Cut a regular groove at one end. Is that so? It can make the logs fit together tightly, form a solid door panel frame. And he goes in. Compare frame size. It fits the doorway just right. Then he brought in a pile of planks of the same length, arranged them tightly one by one, erected on the door panel frame, and fixed them one by one with steel nails. In order to open and close normally, he anchored a log to the sidewall as a door frame, then installed lotus leaves for the door panel. Fasten the lotus leaf firmly to this log. I tried it after loading. The door panel opens and closes smoothly. It can also be closed close to the door frame. Considering the convenience of daily use, Matty chopped another piece of wood, fixed on the inside of the door panel as a handle. On the ground near the bottom of the door, a short wooden section was also installed as a doorstop. Subsequently, he found a crooked log outside the house. Peel off the rough arc. After sanding smooth, fixed on the outside of the door panel as an outdoor handle. It is convenient to open the door from the outside. After the door panel is installed, Matty lit the campfire outside. And back again. Gather enough dry wood, neatly stacked in front of the door for backup. So he goes back inside. Start preparing dinner. Cut the side dishes you brought into small pieces. Wrap in tinfoil together tightly wrapped. Remove the pan. Put in some sausages. Heat the side dishes in the charcoal fire. Slowly fry the pot on the campfire. After the ingredients are cooked, he put the side dish into the burrito with the fried sausage. A delicious dinner is ready. After eating and drinking, Marty made a cup of hot tea. Take the cup outside the house, sitting around the campfire. Enjoy quietly this serenity and comfort that belongs to you alone. Unconsciously, it was getting dark. He lay on the soft bed. The fatigue of the day gradually dissipates, slowly falling into a deep dream.